I just want to say that these grocery prices are so ridiculous, and it's really starting to piss me off because it feels like all of our extra income is going straight to groceries. I mean, we were spending before like 150 a week on a family of four for groceries. Now we're pushing 400 plus a week for groceries. The cost of meat is absolutely insane. We used to be able to get a pack of ground beef for like $6 or something like that. Now I went to Walmart today. It was $17.
$80 worth of fucking groceries, and I didn't even get meat, okay? I'm about to show you what I got. And I don't care about y'all seeing my house dirty, bitch. I live in this mother. Bread is like $5, and this shit should be like $2. You know what I mean? Oranges, 2 yogurts, crescent rolls, sausage for breakfast. And this is not, to me, I don't consider this really like meat like that. I'm talking like chicken breast, ground beef, like dinner meat is what I mean. This is like a side. I would probably eat this much right here at breakfast, and that's it. So to me, this is not considered a meat. This is just like a side for breakfast. Cereal, paper towels, 1 can of ravioli. That's for my baby. This is the expensive bag. Okay, this right here is the expensive bag, right? These right here is probably a good like $43 on their own. 4 bananas. I did get milk and juice. This juice was probably $30. Popsicles for my baby. Tuna, mashed potatoes. She likes that. These right here are $2 a piece. This was only 89 cents, thank goodness. Something to make a cake with. Sugar, because it's for my oatmeal. Nectarines and 2 Pink Lady apples, $37. That is the extent of the groceries. $80 worth of groceries right here. Mama. Okay, I can't. And then what kills me is like the most expensive things are fruit. I basically just paid $80 for a gnat subscription service. So when I tell y'all I'm starting my garden, and if owl, caterpillar, raccoon, or bird think they finna come eat my fruits and vegetables out of my garden, I promise you, the block is finna be hot. I'm not playing.
Hey YouTube, everywhere online people keep saying grocery shopping feels way more expensive in a way that's hard to ignore. Almost like every trip to the store is hitting a new breaking point. So today we're gonna break that down in a TikTok compilation. These reactions are basically the surface level of something bigger happening in everyday life. And underneath all of it is how groceries, something every single person relies on, are quietly becoming harder to afford without people even realizing what exactly is changing.
I just got done grocery shopping, and I'm telling you, things are becoming so dystopian, and like things are changing. My husband and I are going to retire in a very rural part of Michigan. So we come up here to our little cabin a lot, and it's 70% went to Donald Trump. And the city itself is in the bottom 10%. Well, I should say top 10% for poverty. Anyway, it just felt so different. Everybody, I mean, the store was packed and everybody was moving so slow because like everybody was studying everything in shock. First, Meijer's, like so many grocery stores, was bombarding you with sale. And, you know, you stop getting excited about it because when you look at it, yeah, you can buy 2 bags of cheese and get a third one free, but it still comes out to almost $5 for 2 cups of cheese. I mean, I bought 1 tomato for $2.50, a tomato. And it was like that everywhere. A loaf of bread now, if you wanted organic, was you couldn't find one for less than $5, but it had sale all over it. And I felt like, because I've grocery shopped here before, people who voted for Donald Trump, and they wear it proudly here, would walk around happy and cocky, right? Like winners. We're winners, as Donald Trump says. Nope. This price gouging, this economy is the great equalizer, because we were all now in the same boat. And there was a lot of like sharing comments to each other, a lot of commentary between strangers, including with me. And then I noticed some Trump supporters, again, wearing their, like, you could tell from the tattoos and everything, they were so unhappy. Like that cockiness and happiness, they were so unhappy. And then checking out, like the workers there just were busy going from cash register to cash register, because everybody would be like, this is supposed to be on sale for this much and it's coming up this much. And then they'd all have to explain all the fine print. And so it wasn't the deal they thought it was. And, well, I can't take this now. Like, they were constantly having to take products from customers who couldn't afford it. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. Let's see where this goes.
The first thing people notice isn't economics, it's the receipt. You walk in expecting a normal total because you've seen these items your whole life, but the moment you see that final number, it feels off in a way that's hard to explain. Nothing in your car feels expensive on its own, yet the total says otherwise. The gap between expectation and reality is what hits people every single time. And because groceries aren't optional, there's no real way to mentally escape it. You can skip entertainment or delay buying other stuff, but food is immediate. That makes every checkout feel like a small reality check on repeat. Even the quote-unquote basic basket doesn't feel so basic anymore once everything stacks together. What makes it worse is how consistent this experience is across different stores and trips. It stops feeling like a random bad day and starts feeling like the new normal you can't avoid.
Yo, the cost of living is ridiculous. So, my lease is about to end, and, I'm apartment hunting, just looking around. And I haven't been apartment hunting in so long because I've been in my current place for about 2 years. And now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is what they talking about. I'm looking at 1 bedrooms for $2,000, $2,100, 2 bedrooms, $2,300. I would never pay that for an apartment. I will never. And I know a lot of people keep saying, just get a house, get a house. It's not that simple, buddy. When you have a house, your base mortgage could be $1,600, but all the other stuff you got to pay on top of that, you're paying a lot more than that. I know people paying $2,600 for mortgage, $2,700 for a mortgage. No, I'm not doing that right now. And then you understand property taxes, HOA fees, all that stuff that adds up. Having a house is not cheap. It's very expensive, and you need to be financially well off to have a house. And most people are not financially well off, and they have houses and they're house poor. I don't want to be that person. Baby steps. Now, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm paying that much for an apartment. But at this point, I have no choice. I had set up an apartment tour, and God be speaking to me. I set up an apartment tour. I knew something was off because the prices were a little down there. This morning, that same apartment complex I set up a tour for, they said someone got shot and killed this morning. Tour canceled. And my prayers go out to whoever the victim was. But yes, tour is canceled. I'm not about to go get an apartment someone just actively got killed at. So next option. At this point, it's looking like I might have to pay $2,100 for an apartment. I seen these apartments. They were beautiful, gorgeous, in a good area. $2,200 for a 2-bedroom. I think not. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to do. I don't want to move to the hood. I don't want rats and roaches. I don't want shootouts, and I don't want my car getting broken into. I don't want to live in a nice area, but I'm damn near broke every paycheck paying for rent. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I don't want to stay in my current apartments because now people are starting to catch on to how low the price is, and now it's starting to become ghetto. So I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I have no idea. And this whole hustle, I'm not with the hustle culture. Life is too short for that. I don't feel like hustling. People talk about you sleep when you die. I don't got time for that. I want to live a good life here. I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be stress-free. I want life to be stress-free. I don't got time to be grinding to the point where I can't enjoy life. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? The people, you retired at 67. No, I don't got time for that. I'm 35. I'm tired of the grinding. I'm not trying to live a difficult life. I'm trying to live Easy life. I don't care what none of y'all say. All that hustle bustle, all this stuff. American culture, y'all got it. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing that. I don't want to just work. No, I'm looking for a way out. I'm looking for something different. I might have to just move out of this country at this point, but yeah, I'm done.
What makes this even more confusing is that prices aren't the only thing changing. Shrinkflation is quietly shrinking what people get without changing the way things look. Packages look identical, but you're getting less food inside than you used to. So even when you think you understand prices, the value keeps slipping underneath it. That's why grocery shopping feels unpredictable even when you buy the exact same items. You're not just paying for more, you're slowly getting less without a clear signal. And because groceries are a constant part of life, you notice these changes over and over again. There's no real pause from it, no real reset point where things start to feel stable again. Every week brings the same routine, but the outcome feels slightly worse every single time. And that repetition is what builds frustration more than any single price jump ever could. Over time, it stops being about one expensive trip and turns into a constant adjustment. People start to second guess every single item because nothing feels reliably the same anymore. Even the quote unquote safe choices aren't safe in terms of value anymore. And since everyone has to keep buying food, there's no way to opt out of this feeling, only adapt to it. So if you guys have experiences in your own life, let me know down in the comments how that has been going and how you guys have dealt with it, you know what I mean? Hope you guys all have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.